Back, Fantasy Stockball with New Level Investment Management LLC 2016-2017 season. And you know, the first episode of a new season, I always got to thank our supporters out there that give us good feedback, tell us to keep going, to keep making the videos. They're really learning, they're really being educated by our videos from the stock market. And that's what we try to do. We try to bring the glitz and glamour of football that everyone loves and knows, and marry that up with the stock market to help bring a new perspective. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you our lineup. We're going to go with our quarterback, receiver, running back for this week. And we're going to first start with our receiver, Antonio Brown. From the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going up against the Redskins defense. And I'm not crazy about this matchup, but I do think the Skins are going to try to prove to the world why they went out and spent a bunch of money on that cornerback, Josh Norman. So I do think there's going to be a lot of one-on-one matchups. I don't think Antonio Brown's going to beat him over the top, but I do think he's going to dink and dunk him, probably have about 10 catches, maybe crack 100 yards, get a touchdown. So I do kind of like that matchup right there. And I'm going to team Antonio Brown up with Activision Blizzard. Antonio Brown is a high impact player, and I think Activision is a growth stock, which is pretty much a high impact stock, if you will. They do have a high price earning ratio. Their forward price earning ratio is around 20. So it's high expectations, but you get high expectations with Antonio Brown. He's probably top 3 receiver in the league now that Calvin Johnson's got, probably between him and Dez Bryant. So you get a lot of high expectations there. This company is a dynamite in their space in the game. They own the gaming industry, right? Their best game that they have, Call of Duty, just sold for just racked up $15 billion worth of sales over the lifetime of that franchise. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're always one of the top best places to work, and that's always good when you have motivated employees. They have about a $1.5 billion of free cash flow. So I like for this company to continue to grow. They also have a dividend yield, not big, but with the growth stock like Activision Blizzard plus a dividend, best of both worlds. Next up, we're going to go with our running back for this week, and that's Doug Martin. He's going up against the Falcons defense, and I always like Doug Martin in the matchup with the Falcons. I was actually battling between Doug Martin and the Falcons running back Freeman, but I think Doug Martin's going to match up better. They spread the football. They have 2 big receivers. They finally got a quarterback, so that's going to open up the running game more for Doug Martin, who had a career year last year. I'm going to match him up with RLJ Lodging and Trust. It's a real estate investment trust company, REIT for short. And it was actually founded none other than the BET founder, Bob Johnson. But the reason why I like this company, their market cap is about $1.3 billion, so they're a small company, right? But their current income mixed with the current interest rate, and we're going to use the 30-year Treasury for our discount rate, which is around 2.3%. When you run those numbers together, they get a new market cap of about $6.7 billion. So if that projection is accurate, man, this stock has a lot of legs to run. So we do like that. And while you're waiting for the stock to shoot up, you get a 5.71% dividend yield to enjoy while you wait, which is better than the 10-year Treasury, which sits at about 1.6%. So that's good there. Last but not least, our quarterback for this week, we're going to go with Eli Manning. He's matched up against the Dallas Cowboys defense, and Eli always has big games to start the season against the Cowboys. Now, I will throw this caveat out there at you. Now, usually it's a Sunday night game, so the lights are big, Eli's even bigger, but now it's a 4 o'clock game, so that might be a little bit pullback, but it usually averages about 350 yards against the Cowboys defense in that first opener, the week's opener, couple touchdowns. So you probably get that Dallas defense you don't know what you're going to get with this defense, right? But the head coach is gone, so there could be a little difference this year, but I don't know. I just like Eli with going against the Cowboys. I'm going to pair him up with Macy's, and here's why. Eli was beaten up last year. The Giants were beaten up last year, right? And the retail sector is beaten up, and Macy's being one of the biggest retail names out there has been just destroyed this year from a stock perspective. Forward price earning ratio is around 10. ROE, return on equity, is around 17%, which is really good. Dividend yield is 4%. So again, while you wait for this company to rebound from a stock perspective, you can enjoy a dividend yield as well. About $1 billion of free cash flow, but they do have a lot of debt on the balance sheet. So there are plenty of other retail names, your Old Navy's, your Express, maybe even Kohl's, that have been beaten up as well. But I kind of look at it from this perspective. If you got a discount, a department store which houses your Ralph Lauren's, your Calvin Klein's, and all those other beaten up companies out there. It's going to put everything into kind of a one-stop shop. So I think they'll be the first to capitalize on a retail rebound, if you will. That's all we have for you this week. New Level Investment Management LLC. Please reach out to us via the phone, email, our website, Facebook. Like us, share it. New Level Investment Management LLC.